That's right, Tyler. Another dramatic departure from the Trump administration. But we just got a little bit more context here. We heard from the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Treasury about Ambassador Bolton resigning from the White House. The president surprising the world and much of the White House staff, announcing that by tweet earlier today. It was very sudden the way the rest of us found out about it. But a reporter in the room asked the Secretary of State if he had been blindsided by this news. And here's how he responded to it.
I'm never surprised.
Well, let me ask you.
And I don't mean that on just this issue. And I think Secretary Mnuchin would say the same thing. We work very closely with the President of the United States. I think we have a pretty good understanding of how he's thinking about things. I think you'd agree, Stephen, at nearly all times. And so, our mission says not to talk about these inner workings in the palace intrigue that I know you are so curious about, but rather to talk about the things that matter to American foreign policy.
So Pompeo saying there with a smile, I'm never surprised. That smile might be an indication of the fact that Pompeo and Bolton were reported to be at odds with each other for months. Pompeo seen as a rival for Bolton. Bolton now out. The question is, how is that going to shift this administration's foreign policy? I've been asking White House aides and advisors whether or not that decision by the president to invite the Taliban leadership to Camp David ahead of the 9/11 anniversary tomorrow was one of the precipitating factors for this. Stephanie Grisham, the White House press secretary, told me no, it wasn't that. There's been many factors. Another official here texting me just within the past couple of minutes saying this was death by 1,000 cuts. So the White House explaining this by saying that ultimately the president and his national security advisor disagreed on a number of things, but they won't say specifically what those things were or why it came to a head today. Tyler?